I saw an article in Emergency Medicine News last month by an emergency physician. It didn't sound like he really ever bought a very good policy, but he seemed disappointed to have ever bought it at all. And believe it or not, his recommendation was just self-insure, essentially. Take that money you would be putting toward premiums and invest it, and I guess hope you don't get disabled early in your career. Can you give us some examples of docs that have been disabled early in their career that have been clients of yours, and what are some of the things that can happen to docs to cause them to need to use their disability insurance?
Absolutely. Conventional wisdom says you're more likely to file a claim in the fourth, fifth decade of your life as you progress. However, the reality of the situation is quite different. Now, I'll use my own example. In the last 36 months, I've had 4 claims. The first claim was on a 32-year-old pediatric anesthesiologist who suffered a stroke on a treadmill on a Tuesday night in New York City in a gym. The second claim I had was on a 34-year-old nephrologist who was diagnosed with myasthenia gravis. They found a 6-inch thymoma in his chest, a very debilitating condition. My third claim was on a family medicine doctor. She was 37, and she suffered a stroke on a dinner table on a Friday night. And then my fourth claim just came about a month and a half ago, was this amazing surgeon that I know, 38 years old, 3 beautiful children. He got diagnosed with stage 3 rectal cancer. So, when I see these type of claims on young physicians, it makes you realize the importance of disability insurance more than ever, because, well, let's do the math, right? So a disability insurance policy for a resident can start at $5,000 a month, can go all the way up to $20,000 to $30,000 a month as an attending. And those are guaranteed increases. So even if you had a diagnosis, they would still allow you to increase the policy. So to give you a perfect example, 32-year-old resident signs up for a policy, gets diagnosed with a neurological disorder, becomes an attending, a progressive disorder, calls me up, maxes out his policy at $20,000 a month, and files a claim at the age of 35. Now the insurance company is responsible for paying him $20,000 a month tax-free with cost of living adjustments till he turns 65 years old. If you put a value to that claim is worth millions and millions of dollars, in excess of $10 or $12 million. So the concept of saving the premiums and investing them would really never work, for a young physician. Now, for an older client, physician that has achieved financial independence, by all means, I agree with that philosophy. But I am a very big proponent of young physicians, med students, residents, fellows, getting disability insurance early in their career and working towards financial independence. And I would gladly wait for the day where they call me up and tell me, Bob, I'm financially independent. I don't need this coverage anymore.
The hosts of the YQA Investor Podcast are not licensed accountants, attorneys, or financial advisors. This podcast is free entertainment and information only. It should not be considered professional or personalized financial advice. You should consult the appropriate professional for specific advice relating to your situation.